Happy Monday, world! Welcome to another episode of Good News from Around the World. In this episode, we're going to talk about some really cool plants, some really cool people, some really cool companies, and really cool ideas. Let's get started. Researchers have just created a strain of grass, regular green grass, that can actually decontaminate the soil. A lot of toxins and pollutants can get sucked into the soil through explosions or spills, but Mother Nature always seems to have a cure. This species of grass sucks the pollutants out of the ground and actually leaves the ground pollutant-free. These grasses are hardy, they're fast-growing, they're affordable, they're sustainable, and they're eco-friendly. It's Mother Nature's cure to wiping out toxins in the ground. You know Snoop Dogg is gonna be like, "Yo, homie, pass me some of that toxic grass." Yeah, pass it here, pass it here. Costa Rica is setting records for being eco-friendly and completely sustainable. The whole country has been running for 122 days off sustainable energy. There's 4 different ways Costa Rica is producing their renewable energy. Hydroelectric energy, so that's creating power using movement of water like dams or rivers. The second is solar energy, so using solar panels. The third is wind power, so using huge wind turbines to generate electricity. And the fourth is geothermal, so that's controlling your heating and cooling by digging underground and using the temperature of the earth to regulate the temperature in your house. I've been to Costa Rica. It's an incredible country. It's one of my favorite countries, and they don't even have a military. They got rid of their military and took all those funds and put it towards the environment. They say a dog is a man's best friend, but how far would you guys go to save the life of a dog? Well, this random man in Russia risked his own life to save a strange dog. This dog fell through the ice and was in freezing waters, hanging on for dear life, when this stranger showed up, ripped off his clothes, and saved the dog's life. I know what you're thinking, why is he half naked? Well, he took off his clothes so that in case he fell in, he wasn't weighed down by his clothes. There was actual thought behind his nudity. Maybe he likes really cold nipples. Who am I to judge? The dog was so fearful that he started biting onto the man's hand as the man was trying to save him. I mean, I guess the dog was freaking out. He thought he was gonna die. But that did not stop the man from being persistent. Even though he got bit, he still tried to grab the dog by the scruff. He got him and pulled him out to safety, saving the dog's life. There's a group of women in Tennessee who call themselves the Bag Ladies. These bag ladies have a whole system in place to turn regular, everyday grocery bags into sleeping mats. They're cutting the bags into strips, making them into yarn, and then actually crocheting with plastic. Hey Granny, I'll help you with those bags. Yeah, no problem. Just make me a pair of mitts with them when you're done. They're donating these sleeping mats to people in need, people in shelters, people on the street, anyone who really needs them. Ben is a server in a restaurant from Houston, Texas. Now he's originally from Ireland, and he's dying to go back to Ireland because his wife is about to give birth to their child, and he really wants his whole family to meet his child. Unfortunately, on a server's salary, he really couldn't afford to fly his whole family back to Ireland. Ben was serving this gentleman at the restaurant, and he told him the story about how he wanted to go back to Ireland and he was saving money to do that. I'm sure Ben was shocked when he finally got the bill, and under tip, it said, "I hope this helps you get back home," and the tip was $750. Gives me goosebumps just thinking of stories like this and people that are actually doing incredible things like this all over the world. What's even more touching is the gentleman who gave him $750 didn't even stick around to get a thank you. He just wanted to do something kind for another human being. All these stories are from everyday people that want to change the world, but they're just changing the world in such a small way, but it adds up. They're actually changing their own worlds. So if you live in a small community, you can do something very small and it changes the whole environment of that one community. Now when that one community changes, it changes the whole city. Then it changes the district. Then it changes the province. Then it changes the country. But it started very small. You guys can be that change. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite story was. And do yourself a favor, do me a favor, and share this. Share this with more people that you think could really use good news in their life.